Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're talking about the ultra-rare and valuable United Kingdom bicentennial coins worth big money in today's market. Could make you rich overnight. Let's get started. First up, we explore the 1949 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin bearing the portrait of King George VI. Is far more than a piece of old pocket change. It is a hidden treasure that could unlock a small fortune for the lucky few who still possess it. In a world where numismatics is turning ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires, this particular coin stands out as a rare gem from the past, silently appreciating in value, while the unaware continue to overlook its astonishing potential. If you've come across one of these, you may be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. What makes the 1949 1 shilling so incredibly valuable is not just its age, but its scarcity. While the Royal Mint did produce shillings during this post-war period, 1949 saw an unusually low mintage of certain variants, particularly the English reverse type. This makes them exceedingly rare in today's coin market. As demand among collectors skyrockets, prices for these elusive coins have surged to jaw-dropping figures at auctions and private sales. It's the kind of coin that could be hiding in a forgotten drawer, waiting to turn someone's luck around in an instant. The obverse of the coin features the distinguished effigy of King George VI, surrounded by the legend, Georgiv 6D, G, BR, Women, REX. But the real allure lies in the reverse design, an English lion standing proudly atop the crown, encircled by the words, FID Def 1 shilling 1949. It's a design drenched in national pride and historical significance, marking a chapter in British history when the empire was still adjusting to the post-war world. The symbolism speaks volumes, and serious collectors value not just the design, but the story it represents. In today's market, the 1949 1 shilling coin, particularly if it's in uncirculated or proof condition, can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on its grade and type. The coins graded by top-tier services like NGC or PCGS as MS65 or higher are especially lucrative. There have been cases where a pristine specimen sold for over £1,000 at high-profile coin auctions. That's no pocket change. That's life-changing money for a coin that originally had the face value of just 1/20th of a pound. Many people make the critical mistake of assuming that old British coins are worthless simply because they are not made of precious metals like gold or silver. But rarity and historical context often outweigh composition in the numismatic world. The 1949 shilling isn't about its metal, it's about its mystique. It's a collector's dream, a symbol of a bygone era, and a high-stakes game piece in the treasure hunt that is antique coin collecting. One lucky discovery could mean a massive payday, and it happens more often than you'd think. To make matters even more exciting, there are two distinct varieties of the 1949 shilling, one with the English crest and one with the Scottish crest. The English version is significantly rarer, and its scarcity fuels intense bidding wars among collectors and dealers alike. Spotting the difference could mean the difference between a $5 coin and a $1,500 payday. The key is in the lion. Check carefully. The value disparity between these two versions has turned everyday people into overnight success stories with just one coin. These coins are particularly sought after by collectors who are looking to complete their pre-decimal coin sets. With King George VI's reign being relatively short and historically turbulent due to World War II, coins from his era carry extra emotional and historical weight. That makes them not just collector's items, but artifacts of resilience and pride. In short, this one coin encapsulates a story that transcends its small size, and people are willing to pay big to own that story. If you're lucky enough to find a 1949 1 shilling in your possession, the worst mistake you can make is letting it go for face value, or a couple of bucks to someone who knows it's worth better than you. Countless individuals have unknowingly parted with rare coins for pennies, only to watch them sell later for thousands. This coin could be your ticket to a dream vacation, a down payment on a car, or even the beginning of a new lifestyle. Never underestimate the power of a rare coin in the right market. Before selling or trading it away, always get your coin authenticated and graded by a certified numismatic expert. They'll confirm its variety, condition, and market potential. A small investment in professional grading could multiply your returns tenfold. Don't trust online price estimates blindly. Take your time, do your research, and remember that patience often pays off big in the coin collecting world. Hold your ground, and never rush to sell a coin that could change your financial future. The 1949 one shilling isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule, a tangible piece of the post-war world, and a booming opportunity waiting to be claimed. Every nick, every mark, every polished edge tells a tale that serious collectors are desperate to preserve. Its growing scarcity makes it more valuable with every passing year, and that means your odds of cashing in grow higher if you hold on just a little longer. The longer you wait, the rarer it becomes, and the higher its worth. So before you toss that old shilling into a donation jar or a child's toy chest, think again. You might be holding the key to overnight fortune. In a sea of forgotten coins, the 1949 one shilling of King George VI shines like a beacon of hidden wealth, calling out to the wise and the lucky. This is your moment to look closer, dig deeper, and possibly walk away with a windfall that others can only dream about. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity slip through your fingers. Next up, imagine stumbling upon an old coin in your drawer, dusty and forgotten, only to realize it's the 1947 United Kingdom one shilling coin bearing the proud profile of King George VI. And guess what? That tiny piece of metal could flip your life upside down. This isn't just any coin, it's a rare treasure that has caught the eyes of collectors across the globe, with some versions of this coin fetching jaw-dropping prices in auctions and private sales. It's the kind of coin that can make you rich overnight if you know what you're holding. The 1947 one shilling coin may appear simple at first glance, but its hidden value lies in its mintage history and condition. This coin was minted during a crucial transition period when silver was removed from circulating British coins. Unlike earlier shillings, the 1947 issue was struck in cupronickel, making it one of the first of its kind, a turning point in British numismatic history. That historical switch alone makes it an essential collectible. But not all 1947 shillings are equal. Some are incredibly rare due to low surviving numbers in mint state, and when those show up, collectors go wild. What truly elevates the 1947 King George VI one shilling into the elite category of rare coins is its design variants. There were two types, the English reverse featuring 3 lions and the Scottish reverse featuring a rampant lion. While both are collectible, the Scottish reverse is especially sought after, particularly in pristine condition. Collectors pay huge premiums for uncirculated examples with no scratches, no wear, and a strong strike. In high grades, this coin has been known to sell for hundreds, even thousands, depending on where and how it's sold. Condition is king in the world of coin collecting. A circulated 1947 shilling might fetch a modest amount, but an uncirculated or proof-like specimen can multiply in value faster than you can imagine. Coin grading services like NGC or PCGS have graded only a limited number of these coins in top condition. Those coins, labeled MS65 or higher, are the ones that make headlines when they hit the market. Don't underestimate what's lying in your pocket change or tucked away in an old wallet. It could be the very piece collectors are desperately searching for. But it's not just the coin's age or the monarch on the obverse that draws attention. It's the scarcity of untouched examples and the historical weight it carries. Post-war Britain was a nation rebuilding, and the coins minted during this era reflect a changing empire. The 1947 shilling represents more than currency. It's a time capsule from a world recovering from the devastations of World War II, with King George VI standing as a symbol of resilience and unity. Holding this coin is like holding a slice of living history. The demand for British pre-decimal coins has skyrocketed in recent years, with collectors from the UK, USA, Australia, and beyond all vying for rarities. Auction houses and online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and London Coin Auctions have seen bidding wars over coins that, at one time, were worth just 1/20th of a pound. Some rare 1947 shillings in mint state have reached prices of over £500 or more, a shocking leap for something once used to buy a loaf of bread. If your 1947 1 shilling has any min errors, like a misaligned die, off-center strike, or double lettering, you could be sitting on a literal fortune. Error coins are exceptionally prized because they're one of a kind. Add a historical figure like George VI and a transitional metal composition to the mix, and you've got something that could easily fetch a four-figure sum from a serious collector or a specialized dealer who knows exactly what they're looking at. Don't make the mistake of selling this coin cheap. Pawn shops and casual buyers may offer you pennies for it, but informed collectors and auction houses understand the real value. It's essential to have the coin professionally appraised and graded if you suspect it might be a high-value variant. The right coin in the right condition, sold to the right buyer, can completely change your financial outlook overnight. It's happened before, and it can happen again, possibly with your coin. Imagine waking up tomorrow, listing your shiny 1947 shilling on an auction site, and seeing the bids soar beyond your expectations. That's not a fantasy. It's a documented reality for many collectors who took the time to learn the value of their coins and connected with the right audience. The coin collecting world is booming, and prices are rising as rare items become even more scarce. Your 1947 1 shilling could be the star of the next big sale. So, if you come across this coin, look at it closely. Check for that Scottish lion. Look for luster, sharp edges, no signs of wear. If it shines like it just left the Royal Mint, you might be staring at a small disk of wealth. Treat it with care, store it safely, and seek expert advice. What you hold might not just be an old coin from the past, it could be the ticket to your future wealth. Never underestimate the power of knowledge when it comes to coins. A simple shilling from 1947 might seem insignificant to the untrained eye, but for the informed, it's gold. Whether you inherited it, discovered it in a coin jar, or found it at a flea market, that single piece could be your key to unexpected fortune. So before you spend it, before you trade it, and before you forget it, pause. Because the 1947 King George VI 1 shilling isn't just currency, it's a life changer. Next up, the 1948 1 shilling coin from United Kingdom featuring King George VI is not just another old coin. It's a potential treasure hiding in plain sight. To most, it may appear like a piece of forgotten change, but to serious collectors and coin hunters, this specific shilling can be the ticket to a life-changing payout. As the years roll by and such coins vanish into private collections or get lost forever, the rarity and value of this 1948 gem skyrocket beyond what anyone would imagine for a coin once used in everyday transactions. This 1948 shilling was struck during the reign of King George VI, a time when Britain was still recovering from the brutal effects of World War II. Resources were limited, and coin production wasn't a top priority. That's what makes this particular year's issue so captivating. Despite being minted in both English and Scottish variants, finding either in pristine, uncirculated condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. These coins weren't just used, they were used up. The wear and tear on most surviving specimens is intense, which is why any high-grade 1948 shilling is now considered gold dust among collectors. What sets the 1948 King George VI shilling apart from others isn't just its age, but the precise combination of rarity, history, and condition. A coin that has survived for nearly 8 decades without being defaced or eroded by time is rare in itself. Add the fact that the 1948 batch had relatively low mintages compared to the pre-war years, and you've got a coin that is teetering on the edge of legendary status. Especially valuable are the proof-like strikes or the uncirculated specimens that somehow remained untouched by the world. Today's collectors are hunting these coins with a fevered obsession. Depending on the condition, some 1948 shillings have fetched hundreds, even thousands, at auctions and private sales. A coin that once bought a loaf of bread or a pint of milk can now buy you the latest smartphone, or even cover your rent. That's not just appreciation, it's transformation. And if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade or rare mint variation of this coin, you could be sitting on a literal jackpot without even realizing it. You must be careful, though. The market is flooded with worn-down pieces that don't hold much value. What changes the game is the grade. Coins graded EF, extremely fine, or UNC, uncirculated, are worth significantly more. Collectors seek out sharp detail, full inscriptions, a well-preserved rim, and a lustrous surface. These little details are what set apart a £1 coin from a £1,000 coin. Never underestimate what's in your pocket or lying in an old drawer, because this coin, in the right condition, could shift your entire fortune overnight. Now imagine stumbling upon one of these coins with a rare error. Yes, those exist too. Misstrikes, die errors, or slight misalignments can multiply a coin's value many times over. Collectors go crazy for anomalies, and a 1948 shilling with any production flaw is considered a holy grail. In some cases, such pieces become the centerpiece of prestigious coin collections, and that's when the bidding wars begin, sending prices soaring into the thousands. Don't fall for the mistake of trading or selling this coin without a proper evaluation. Many owners, unaware of what they hold, end up letting go of their 1948 shilling for peanuts. That's a loss that can't be undone. Always get it appraised by a professional numismatist or submit it to a grading service. Once graded, your coin's value can become official, and that opens the door to serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for verified quality. The rise in vintage coin popularity over recent years has been explosive. With online marketplaces, coin expos, and even crypto-backed numismatic investments growing, the 1948 shilling is now in the spotlight like never before. Rarity meets demand, and demand meets deep-pocketed buyers from around the globe. Your humble 1 shilling coin could be just the thing a high-end investor or die-hard collector has been searching for to complete a full King George VI set. It's not just about the money, it's about the story. A 1948 shilling represents a post-war Britain, a resilient nation, and a king who led the empire through turbulent times. That historical connection gives the coin more than monetary value. It gives it soul. Owning one means holding a physical piece of British legacy, a relic that speaks volumes about the era it was born in. The deeper the story, the higher the price, especially to collectors who value heritage as much as condition. So, if you're watching this and wondering if your old coin collection could hold something special, go check now. That 1948 shilling might be hiding in your attic, your coin jar, or passed down in a forgotten family box. Don't be fooled by its small size. This coin is a giant in the world of numismatics. Check for sharp details, good shine, and that proud image of King George VI staring back at you. What looks like an old coin could, in fact, be a gold mine waiting for discovery. Before you even think of spending or tossing away your old coins, especially a 1948 shilling, take a moment to examine them. That single coin could be your hidden fortune, a financial miracle in disguise. So many people throw away what could have changed their lives. Don't let that be you. Hold on, get it graded, and let the value surprise you. Because one 1948 King George VI shilling, in the right hands, can truly make you rich overnight. Next up in the world of rare British coins, few pieces spark as much excitement and jaw-dropping amazement as the 1950 King George VI 1 shilling coin. This is not your everyday coin. It's a sleeper treasure hiding in plain sight. At first glance, you might think it's just another old coin from your grandfather's drawer, but don't be fooled. This coin has the power to transform your financial life in an instant. It's the kind of discovery that could make you thousands richer overnight. Yes, one tiny piece of silver-colored metal could be your golden ticket to fortune. The 1951 shilling coin, bearing the portrait of King George VI, holds an aura of silent power and unseen value. Struck in the early post-war era, this coin comes from a time when the United Kingdom was still recovering from the aftermath of World War II. The British economy was unstable, and coin production was limited and calculated. Only a modest number of these shillings were minted, which makes surviving examples today extremely scarce, especially those in pristine condition. If you've stumbled upon one in your attic or inherited coin collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. What makes this coin so valuable isn't just its age or the king's profile on it, but the story and scarcity behind it. The 1950 mintage saw only a limited number of 1 shilling coins enter circulation because the Royal Mint was adjusting to decimalization discussions that were already underway. As a result, fewer coins were needed, and most people weren't keeping coins as collectibles back then. They were used, spent, and lost. That's why finding one in excellent condition today is like uncovering a hidden gem buried under decades of dust and history. Collectors across the globe are always on the hunt for this elusive coin. And why wouldn't they be? A well-preserved 1951 shilling coin can fetch an unbelievable price at auction. Depending on the condition, especially if it's graded by a professional service as uncirculated or mint state, it can be worth hundreds to even over £1,000. That's not pocket change. That's a serious financial blessing for anyone lucky enough to find one in their possession. What truly sends the value soaring is the condition and any slight minting variations. Some of these coins were struck with minor errors or subtle die differences, and numismatists, coin experts, go wild over them. One tiny flaw or unique trait on your 1950 shilling could multiply its value tenfold. Imagine owning a coin with a faint misstrike or rare edge pattern that no one else has. That's not just a collector's dream. It's a jackpot waiting to be claimed. The obverse of the coin features a powerful image of King George VI, facing left, surrounded by the legend, Georgiv 60, G, BR, Women, REX. This regal depiction is more than just art. It's history carved into metal. On the reverse, depending on whether you have the English or Scottish version, you'll see either the crowned shield of England or the Lion of Scotland standing atop a crown. Each variation carries its own unique charm and collector value, with the Scottish reverse often being slightly more desirable in higher grades due to limited surviving numbers. Every time one of these coins appears at a major coin auction, the buzz is electric. Collectors know they have to move fast and bid high, because these opportunities are few and far between. A coin that may have once been worth just a shilling in 1950 can now trade hands for hundreds or thousands of pounds, especially if it has that perfect luster, sharp strike, and untouched finish. It's a dramatic reversal of fortune, a Cinderella story in the world of numismatics. Some owners who found this coin in old collections or forgotten tins have been stunned to learn of its value. Many stories have surfaced of ordinary people cashing in these coins at top auction houses, sometimes unknowingly sitting on a treasure for years. One such example involved a man in Manchester who found a 1950 shilling in an old wallet. He sent it for grading, and it sold for over £1,200 due to its immaculate state and extremely low mintage number. That's a life-changing find from something most people would overlook. If you're lucky enough to own one, don't spend it. Don't trade it without understanding its full value. Have it appraised, get it graded, and explore the market. Because you're not just holding a coin, you're holding history, scarcity, and a potential fortune. This isn't just money. It's legacy, investment, and opportunity rolled into one small disc of metal. Every tiny scratch, every glint of shine, every detail on that coin could mean the difference between a regular day and the day your life changed forever. This is why the 1951 shilling coin from the United Kingdom is more than just a collectible. It's a symbol of luck and a whisper from the past, reminding us that hidden treasures still exist. They don't always look grand or glow with obvious shine. Sometimes they come disguised as common items hiding in plain sight. So check your old change. Dig into your family's coin collections and keep your eyes open, because one small discovery could make you rich overnight. Never underestimate the power of a coin that most would ignore. The 1950 King George VI 1 shilling is a silent powerhouse in the numismatic world, and its value is only climbing as years go by. The collectors are hunting. The auctions are waiting. And the next big story of unexpected riches could very well be yours. Don't let this treasure slip through your fingers. Hold onto it like gold, because in today's market, that's exactly what it could be worth, or even more. Next up, the 1951 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin featuring King George VI is not just an old piece of metal, it's a potential gold mine hiding in plain sight. This coin, often overlooked in dusty drawers or forgotten piggy banks, has gained a legendary status among collectors for its scarcity and historical context. Minted in a post-war Britain still reeling from economic recovery, this shilling holds the story of a nation, a king nearing the end of his reign, and a royal mint that issued it in extremely limited numbers. The sheer rarity of this coin alone is enough to send shivers down the spine of any serious numismatist. While the standard circulation coins of the time were plentiful, the 1951 one shilling was part of a very special issue, produced exclusively for inclusion in the Festival of Britain coin sets and not for general circulation. That means most people never saw it in their change, never held it in their hands, and never had a chance to unknowingly spend a future fortune. This strategic move by the Royal Mint has turned the coin into a prized collector's item that now fetches jaw-dropping prices in auctions and online marketplaces. What makes this coin even more captivating is the powerful portrait of King George VI on the obverse. This was among the last coins to bear his regal image before his death in 1952. The royal profile on the coin is not just a design, it's a tribute to a monarch who led Britain through the toughest war in modern history. That emotional and historical weight adds immeasurable value to the coin, making it more than just currency. It's a living relic of British resilience and monarchy. On the reverse, you'll find the proud English lion standing atop the crown, a symbol of strength, legacy, and tradition. But hidden beneath this majestic design lies the coin's real secret. It's made of cupronickel, a metal change that was part of the post-war economic shift, replacing silver in earlier issues. So, while it doesn't shine like silver, its value shines brighter because of its extreme rarity and historical role during a crucial period in British coinage transition. With only around 2,000 of these coins ever released to the public through official sets, the 1951 one shilling is like finding a needle in a haystack. Most of these sets were broken up over the decades, and coins were separated, lost, or damaged, which means finding a pristine example today is incredibly difficult. A coin in mint condition or brilliant uncirculated grade can command prices of hundreds or even thousands of pounds depending on the demand and bidding competition among collectors. This is where your fortune can take a wild turn. If you stumble across this coin in your collection, don't be hasty to sell it for pennies. You could be sitting on a small treasure that grows more valuable every single year. Auction houses and online coin dealers have seen bidding wars erupt over high-grade specimens of this coin, with collectors from around the world eager to secure this elusive piece of British coin history. It's important to remember that not all 1951 shillings are the same. There are two main types, the English reverse and the Scottish reverse. The English reverse, featuring the traditional lion, is the rarer of the two for this specific year. This distinction adds an extra layer of exclusivity and can further increase its desirability and value. If you have the English reverse version from 1951 in excellent condition, you're holding one of the rarest post-war UK coins in existence. Collectors love this coin not only for its rarity and royal connection, but also for its symbolic place at the crossroads of modern British coinage. This coin marked the final years before Queen Elizabeth II ascended the throne, closing the chapter on King George VI's reign. That alone makes it an emotional and highly collectible piece, especially for those who cherish royal history and the numismatic evolution of the United Kingdom. Even more intriguing is how the 1951 one shilling coin often flies under the radar. Most people don't know it exists or assume it's just like any other shilling. That ignorance has worked in favor of the lucky few who understand its worth. Imagine the shock and joy of finding one buried in a relative's old coin jar or hidden in an antique shop's forgotten tray. That one moment of discovery could literally change your life overnight. In the current market, the value of this coin continues to rise steadily. As more collectors learn about its story and its scarcity, the demand has been growing year after year. A coin that might have been worth a few pounds a decade ago is now fetching serious money, and the trend doesn't show any signs of slowing. With only a finite number in existence and increasing interest from younger generations of collectors, this coin is set to skyrocket in both demand and price. So, before you toss aside any old coins or assume they're worthless, take a closer look, especially if you come across a 1951 one shilling bearing the noble face of King George VI. This is not just a piece of pocket change. It's a doorway to potential wealth. It's a time capsule from Britain's royal and wartime past. And most importantly, it could be the fortune-changing coin you never knew you had.